Okay, what I wanted to show you in this video was putting a Wilson Combat Speed-chute, magwell if you will, on the Smith&Wesson E-series. It would work with any 1911, it'd be the same type of procedure, but I thought I would just show you what I'm doing. I just got this Speed-chute from Brunel's, about 85 bucks and then shipping. You get the magwell and the mainspring housing. And it's removable if you want to remove it. And that's what it looks like. Okay. And you also get a little Allen wrench, which is for a little Allen screw there, which comes out here. And it'll change the position of that. I'll show you that later. Now the first thing we got to do is take the mainspring housing off the pistol. And I have a little multi-tool here for 1911s, which works really cool. I showed you this in my takedown video on this if you want to see that. But you just push the pin out with it. Make sure your hammer's down. Don't scratch anything. And don't lose your parts either. But there's the Smith&Wesson mainspring housing. Now, I've already tried this on for size. I haven't put the guts in this yet, which is the mainspring and the plunger and whatnot. But I wanted to see how much work I had to do to make it fit. And as fate would have it, it fits pretty good. Slides right in. Slides right in. There we go. Grip safety. Seems to have enough travel. The problem that I did have was the width of the little tabs here was too wide, so I had to go ahead and file some material off of each side. What you want to do is just take a file and just take a little bit off at a time, like this, off of each side. You can see it there, I hope, until you can get it to fit inside the frame of the pistol. Now if you look in here, you can see that it's not much wider than the stock opening. Matter of fact, it's a little bit narrower, I think. Let me get it off of there and I'll show you. The magwell on the Smith is beveled. You can see it there, it's got a good bevel. So I'm going to have to remove a fair amount of material around this to kind of blend it in and make it work better, and I think I'm going to do that. Okay, what I've done is I've taken some masking tape, taped off, trying to save some of the finish. I'll have to cold blue it. This is about the angle I'm going to have to file through on around the edge to get it to line up and increase the size of the magwell like I want it. But that's what I'm going to do there. Okay, I got a lot of metal to take off, so I'm going to start out with my Dremel. Quickest way to destroy good parts, so go slow. That's basically what I'm doing there. Then I'm going to finish it up with a file. Okay, what I'm doing is still working on the one side, finishing up with the file. So I'm trying just to shape this edge a little bit with the file. Exciting stuff. Okay, the next area I need to work on is this area here, blending in there. So I'm going to hit that with my Dremel tool and then touch that up with a file like I did before. Go slow, check often. Okay, after you get done doing your filing, I hit it with some sandpaper. Gets the tool marks out, polishes it up a little bit. I started out with 120, now I'm going up to 180, and you can keep going as, you know, depending on how much polish that you want to get on it. But the 120 you'll get the tool marks and whatnot out of it. So it's kind of an important step, lots of fun. Okay, there's what I've got 3 hours later after all the sanding and filing and grinding. It doesn't look too bad, but I kind of messed up on the back side. I took a little bit too much metal off here, and it's a little, I couldn't take any more off without really making it bad. And I'll show you how it looks on the gun. Well, there is how it looks on the gun. It's a little bit dim in here, but that's the best I can do in the garage. Not too bad. It's actually doesn't look as good as it did when but it's gonna work better. And it's blended in pretty good. So, it is something you can do at home. I'm gonna put some cold blue on it now. Okay, what you want to do is degrease it really well and dry it off good, and then hit it with the cold blue. And there it is right after cold bluing. You can see it looks kind of grungy now, but it'll look better when I'm done. Okay, a little fly in the ointment. I cannot get mainspring housing pin to go through when it's assembled. So something needs a touch with a file. And I'm thinking from Wilson Combat you shouldn't have this problem. Well, I'm gonna get after it. Okay, what I ended up doing to get the pin to go through is I relieved this hole just a little bit so that pin will go through. Now I'm going to try and see if it'll go onto the gun, and then we'll be home. Okay, victory is mine. There it is on the gun. That looks pretty good. You can see where I tried to blend it so I've got the larger opening that I wanted. The cold blue, of course, isn't that great. You can see that gap between the bottom of the pistol and the magwell. That's kind of disappointing. There's supposed to be there's a set screw here that you tighten up, and it's supposed to move it into the frame so you don't have that gap. But this one fits so tight that it will not move. I had to enlarge that hole a little bit to just get the pin to go through when it wasn't even on the gun. So I'm thinking that Wilson kind of blew it on this one. I've used this magwell before and it hasn't done that. So anyway, I hope you got something out of that. That's about 4.5 hours worth of work. Kind of disappointing the way that pin didn't go through, but it's on now, so I guess it's all good. Anyway, be safe. Thanks.